Hey everybody, it's Craig Marchant coming to you live from Melbourne, Victoria, in Australia. And today I wanted to discuss a topic that I think is very worthwhile, which is the power of a positive mind. Now, those with depression often fall into what's a negative mindset, and really even it can happen to anyone. You don't have to have depression to fall into a negative mindset, but it doesn't do you any good. That's what I found. Um, as an example, yesterday I journeyed into Melbourne CBD and I attended a one-day event run by Speakers Institute. And for those that don't know, Speakers Institute was the organisation that I did my boot camp in in February of last year, and they helped train me to become a speaker. Um, and a little bit of background. I would always hide in the background, at any sort of functions, social gatherings. I'd like to say I'm the techie. I hide out in the cave out the back, and so it's really quite amazing that I can even get on these Facebook lives and talk to you now, whereas I never would have used to do that. So anyway, so after attending the one day event yesterday, I was really empowered and energized by all the volunteers in the room, all the wonderful people, our guests that were there, and even our speaker, Kath Malloy. And I walked away from that with, a really, really positive mindset. And it sort of showed me that, with, a mental illness, you need to try and maintain some form of mindset, a positive mindset to actually help you through, and get through to the next day. I know if I'm in a negative mindset, I don't achieve much in a day. It really is pretty much a write-off. Whereas if I'm in a positive attitude and a positive mindset, I get so much more done. And so this is why I wanted to discuss this topic today, because I feel that it's very important to anyone. So not just related to those suffering from a mental illness, but just anyone in general. It's really interesting, what you can achieve if you have a positive mindset. And I know some of you might be thinking, well, I've got depression or a mental illness, I can't think positively. I would challenge that and say, I think you actually can, think positively, but it's going to take quite a while to achieve that. I found in my time that people seem to be either negatively geared or positively geared, and by that I mean some people have a positive outlook on life and some people have a negative outlook on life. And I find that for me, it's always been a negative outlook on life. So by default, my pendulum would swing towards a negative mindset. So I've had to really push and challenge myself on this so that, my life can be better. And that's the thing. That's what I want for everyone, is to look at their life and think how they can make it better. And that's just not even sufferers of mental illness. That's everyone in general. I really feel that it's quite a potent and powerful means of making your life better. So what else can we talk about? We've covered a fair bit here, but I guess I would now reach out to those that are suffering from mental health problems and say to you, do try as hard as you can to keep a more positive mind and mindset about what you're doing, because it really will help you, and it really will help you to make your life better. And look, to be honest, some days it's just not going to happen. Don't beat yourself up if a day doesn't work the way you wanted it to. it happens to me. I think it happens to the best of us. I don't think there's anyone who can say they're always having a fantastic day. Some days just truly suck. Like, I'm going back to bed. Leave me alone. I don't want to hear about it. So don't beat up on yourself, but at the same time, also make sure you do try to do that. I needed to have a more positive mindset when I was doing the Inca Trail in Peru back in 2016. And I started out pretty good. I think day 2 is where the mindset got lost, and I fell into that same old trap of mine of, thinking negatively. And it took our guide, to sort of inspire me and say, Craig, you can do this. I've seen bigger and heavier people than you complete the Inca Trail. And that was just what I needed to hear to actually be able to move on and complete day 2 and complete day 3. And then finally on day 4, reaching, the magnificent sun gates at Machu Picchu. I haven't scripted anything today. Normally I would script things and I talk about it, but I'm sort of running from the hip here because I really felt that, I want to try and express how I feel about it without it being written down, because I seem to find that it comes from the heart if it comes straight out. It hasn't been scripted. So anyway, look, I encourage you to like, share, comment as always. I do love getting feedback and questions from everyone. And even, as I've always said, help me, guide me in the direction that you need, things you want to hear about, things you need to hear, and that you don't generally want to discuss. And I'm happy to have that discussion. And also, if you're seeing this and you don't want to talk about it publicly, feel free to give me a message, drop me a PM, hit me up on my website, www.craigmarchant.com, send me an email, even give me a call on the mobile if you want. The number's on the site, I'm fairly certain. I'd be happy to have those discussions with anyone. Anyway, thanks so much, everyone, and have a good evening, or if you're just starting your day, have a great day, and I'll talk to you later.